Think I'm live. Live from the hospital. It's Saturday night. Crazy, right? Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hey. Hi, guys. I gotta put my glasses on so I could see who the hell I'm talking to, because as usual, Choly can't read. Choly can't see. Hey, Rosalind. Excuse me, 1 second, guys. Not as obviously ill prepared for all of this streaming stuff. Hi, Summer. Hi, M. Hobbs. Hey, Villain. Oh, Adele. Adele. Adele, you kill me that you call yourself the villain. Can I just tell you that? Hi, guys. Not my normal. I know that. Sorry, I'm trying to set the phone up. This makeshift crap that I'm doing at this point. How am I holding up? Oh, the accusations. Girl, girl, girl. Jenna. Hi, Jenna, girl. Yeah, this is terrible for trying to set up like a live stream. Here, let me try to put something up so I can hold this phone where it's not tipping over, because this is not working very well. Let's see. There we go. Hey, Layla. Hey, y'all. How am I feeling? Right now I'm feeling okay. It's this has been quite, it let me say these things right. It went in, I was very optimistic when I went in. This is surgery number 3 for those who don't know. This time I had what they call an arachnid. Sounds like I'm saying arachnophobia every time I mention it. Akasha, hi honey. It's an arachnid cyst that they found on my upper spine. It was pretty large. When they removed it, my spine was curved over. It was pressing up against it. And they removed it, and they said that the spine just snapped right back into place. So the drain was here. They took the drain out yesterday, and now it's just a small. It's really not that big of a incision. It just feels like it is. Uh, um, yeah. And then here, this place is not hot. Is not horrible by any means. The staff is really great here. Um, they know me. Isn't that depressing when they know you? Like this is like the third time I had my staycation here, so they know me. The nurses all know who I am, and they're really good. They're really cool. The care is really good. The surgeons have come in to see me a couple of times. The only thing that sucks is just, there's not much you can do during a day. Because of the pain that I feel, it's hard, mobilizing myself is harder, even though they encourage it. Um, and oh yeah, that was cute. We got our card, our what do you call it, bank card. Somebody, I guess Joe must have dropped it in the parking lot, and somebody already ran charges up on it. So we got that to deal with, as if this isn't enough. So Level, Akash, you're starting to sound like my nurse. Right now, it's out of that. It's at a steady 4. It's Yeah, it's gone from like a really. I think the worst of it was the next day and yesterday. I've had really. It's a challenge. It's not just the pain here. It's also spreading to this part of my arm here, which I didn't have before. And so guess what? I'm back on steroids. Y'all remember that the first time around when I was on the good old steroids? Well, these are different steroids. These are not like the, Collie goes hallucinating and seeing things and, kind of anxiety, panic attacks every 10 minutes. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. Because it's not only that we go through what we go through, that we have to have something on top of it. Hi, grateful. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Now it's like something else to have to deal with. That it is what it is. It's life. It sucks. Um, it's good to see you guys. I know that I've been in and out of chat rooms. I've seen you all. And it was great to talk to Jenna and J9 the other night. We got to talking live, which was good. Gets, oh, hi Danny. Hi Danny. Gets my blood going for wanting to talk more about the stuff that's going on. And so I figured, hey, I'm bored. There's nobody here. Joe left for the night. I'm alone, so why not just go live and talk to my friends. Hey, hey, it's good to see you guys. Can you feel an improvement in my legs? Mm-hmm. Slightly. They tell me that it's gonna take a few months before I'm able to walk normally. There's still some numbness there. The area they're not too thrilled with is still around my abdomen because it's extremely shaky. I still have the extreme numbness there, so that's kind of slowing me down. I love you too, Ariel. Oh, look at you, my girl who's a turnout for 4 months. Thank you, honey. I appreciate that. You guys are so great. It's nice to know I still got followers going through this with me. But I was so tempted to go live the other night after the quote unquote huge panel that was going on. There's a lot of things that I wanted to say. It's a good thing I talked to Jenna and J9 because there were some things that I could have said publicly, probably would have gotten me into a lot of trouble. But SH, thank you. Really? It's nice to know you guys are thinking about me. I think about you all the time. I go on Twitter, I go on YouTube. Hey Celeste, there's my friend. Celeste, you're driving me nuts on Twitter, girl. Celeste, she's like giving us all the like the Bible passages and like the world's gonna end soon kind of thing. It's freaking me out. All my friends are worried about the end of the world now and all that stuff. That yeah. So there's a couple of things I wanted to actually talk about aside from. Oh, Gladska, thank you so much for your super sticker. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, guys. That's really great. I think of you guys all the way. I know, Celeste. I'm just joking with you, honey. I'm just joking. Between that and the Trump like mugshots, like I'm like okay. There's some stuff on Twitter I really just don't really. I have to gloss. I have to like scroll over because I'm like, all right, enough of this. Oh, that's okay, SH. Yeah, you're not really missing a lot, I always at some point either return to YouTube. I'll either community post or I'll do something like this. I can't, Celeste. I can't. I just cannot. It's too much. It's too much out there, Sometimes it's good to be in the bubble that I'm in. This bubble that I've been in for like 9 months because it's not like I don't know what's happening or going on, that there's so much within my own body that I have to worry about that I'm like, I can't invest myself in. Hi, Hannibal. Jessica! Jessica, girl, I was just watching your short, Jessica, and I love your hair. I love your hair. The two people I actually was going to talk about tonight, Hannibal and Jessica, and also, yep, I'm going to go there. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That's really sweet of you guys. I was also going to talk about Val. It's time for Choly to talk about Val. Val and Purple Glitter. Yeah, I got some things to say. So, How am I gonna? I'm gonna do a Jessica T T T T T T T T. So if y'all don't know, Purple Glitter went live the other night or something, or yesterday. I think it was. I have it right here. Oh, surprise stream 101. And then she talked about, or she streamed the what do you call it about? Jessica, I love you. I love you. I don't give a shit what they say about you. I love you. I got things to say about that too. Got so many things to say. And they can't get me because you know what? They can't get me because I'm look at the position I'm in. I can't get you worse than I am, so they can all fuck off. Oh girl, the Dell. The Dell. So here it is. She does a stream, which shocker, she's streaming Nanti's panel so she can do the commentary. And of course, oh, don't cry, Jessica. You're not a crier, girl. You're not a crier. You're a tough chick, girl. You're in Connecticut. You know where I am in Connecticut, in another part of Connecticut that I kind of am like the closest to you, essentially. I mean, not really close, but like I'm close to you. So I kind of feel like I have a little bit of like I don't know. There's that loyalty I have there. Um, so yeah, so shocker, she's streaming about Nanti and she's commenting along the way about, oh, you think Nanti would learn after all those women came after him? Dude. Dude! Yeah. I know, Jessica, I know you guys would. I know you guys would. And you know what? That would be, I would love that I would be so like freaked out, like, oh, that's my first meeting of people. They're coming to see me in the hospital. Oh yeah, Nutslicker. It's just not. So that's not even the problem I have with it. I'm gonna tell you the problem I have with it, and it's gonna sound kind of cliche. Purple Glitter, okay. We understand that Val, Dark Petals, Enchanted Roses, however you want to put it. Oh, Stan, thank you, doll. Thank you so much. We understand that she discusses on a daily basis about all of those names that we hear constantly: the Janes, the Jareds, the Jeremys, this high school boyfriend, this guy I was with, my friend Rob, this, that, and the other thing, and a third. And her blaming Turtle Glitter for basically, the sky falling, essentially. Okay, so Enchanted, however you see her. And in the beginning in there, I was kind of like, I think it's getting too much with the trolling. I think it gets overly done too much. Yeah. And for me now, it's starting to become where I'm like, there is no winning in this situation. However you're trying to sway Val, you're not going to sway her. Whether you troll her or you don't, she's a sick girl, y'all. It's not normal, okay? And I have no respect for Turtle Glitter. I'm sorry, I'm going to say it. How are you, who is obsessed constantly with Monty, who is still contacting Monty, who the fuck has got, I don't know how many different personalities doing your bidding, you're going to stream Val and talk to her? Are you kidding? Exactly. Exactly. The trolling is out of bounds. It is crazy. Like I get it that some people did it because they didn't agree with her choices with her daughter. I get it. I completely get it. I'm not a fan of it either. Listen, my daughter was very young when I started YouTube, and I only had her in certain videos with me, that I was always protective of her, and that girl would never speak at a turn or say anything. She understood what it was like to go through me, not through her. She understood what it was like to go through the internet with all sorts of people out there that don't always wish the best for you, right? And you don't want to invite that to your home. You don't want to invite that in your real life. And to see it happening, I understand why people get their outrage. I really do. But at the same time, this is the only mother she has. The only mother she has. And unfortunately, we're not her in her direct like community, in her neighborhood. We're not her friends. We're not anyone that's going to get her to go and get this help. The more that people go in there, and the more that people pretend to be Hunter Hayes and Jeremy and James and Jay and whoever else, and the more it keeps going and cycling and cycling and cycling, the girl is going to cycle, I don't even know to where. You know what I'm saying? Oh, thank you, Celeste. You always have such great compliments for me. No, that's okay. That's okay. I understand that. So, you know, to see Purple Glitter now get involved, honestly, y'all, I'm sorry. I know she likes to go into Jessica's chat, and I know she likes to kiki with all y'all and be like, oh, she's crazy. This girl is crazy. Like, no. I don't think that that's I don't think we should be exposing, each other on our mentals. Like, let's not throw stones at glass houses here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, yeah. There is substantial amount of mental illness in both women. And to compare just because one is content over the other, or one is basically just, doesn't know where their delusions are coming from, so that's the easiest way to go. I know, Hannah, though, that's what I'm trying to say. My involvement with Val was never to troll her, excuse me, never to ever, try to harm her. I'm protective, and at the same time, I'm very aware of what is happening, and there are times that I got to step back and go, yeah, I had enough. I can't do this. Because it's not easy to watch. I'm pretty sure over the course of time that we've been watching Chantel, that, when she was so involved before the Kuwait arc, with the Natter situation, that deep down a lot of us wanted her to get help and get away from him, right? I know you can't. You can't. But at the same time, like, our involvement as a community, to me, just pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed, and then she's now in this situation. Not saying that we caused it, but I'm saying it's goading. All of that shit that's going on is goading. Yes, Chantel. Yes, Chantel. Yes, Chantel. So Chantel's gonna do what Chantel wants to do, but that's a whole different mental illness right there, right? And it's not right. Um, there's a couple of things I want to say too about that panel on Monty's. I'm sorry, who the fuck made these people judge and jury? Who? Who are they? I'm sorry. Monty, I don't know where they get off thinking they can panel people that are worse than they are. I just don't. I'll give you props for doing it, Monty. You got Monty, you got Yo Mama. Oh man, don't even get me started there. Kaya, and except Skinny Queen. I'll exclude Skinny Queen because there's nothing there that was so terrible with her. But well, why are you guys surprised? That's always him. He knows when he gets those people up there, they're gonna do all the talking. All he has to do is sit back and clip his toenails, or tie up his dreads tighter. I don't know. But who made these people judge and jury? You're all doing the same shit, essentially. Okay? You're all doing the same shit. Whether you're talking about Chantel, whether you're talking about Bally, whether you're talking about Kaya, whether you're talking about even you're doing the same shit. So you're all now going on a panel, talking out this stuff, saying you need to get off the internet and you need to do this and you need to do that. And I do agree. Kaya does need to get off. I am not going to say that that's not true. Kaya does need to get off the internet. Kaya is in a ocean of sharks, and the girl is just throwing the chud out there, and they're all circling around her right now. All right, and she's going to get swallowed up. But I don't know why we thought anything would be different. Nobody has left this community completely. Nobody, except the ones that got scared, like Missy Moo. Nobody's left. Monty is still here. All of these people are still here. FFG is still here. All of these people, they're all still here. You know what I'm saying? Hey, hi, Skinny Queen. I was just saying, I exclude you, Skinny, okay, on that panel, but all of them, all of them. I was like, what is going on here? So it's like, okay, so let's take the one that looks the worst right now and all like congregate and jump on that situation. Not saying that Kaya doesn't deserve it, because Kaya needs to shut the hell up. Kaya, stop coming out. Stop with the the detective's gangster play that she's doing. The whole I'm a grown ass woman, y'all, and protecting that whole thing, and then crying about it. You're in a goddamn fucking ocean of sharks, and they're all there to attack. Do you understand that? Hi, Grievo, my other buddy. So this is unpopular opinions coming from me, but I don't think anybody on that panel had any right to do any talking. Sorry. Sorry, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. Um, who made Marty judge, jury, and prosecutor here? Hi, NCM. Yeah, me too. Who made him prosecutor in this little world? I don't the beginning of this was all about Chantel and trying to get Chantel to stop her shit, and it's ended up now that it's now, oh, let's get the reactors, but who made these people judge and I'm sorry, it sounds terribly like I'm coming out of left field with this, and I'm pretty sure that there's going to be people saying, oh, where do you get off, Choly? But you know what, I've got no race. I've got no, there's no horse in this race for me. This is, I'm the spectator, I'm the viewer, and I'm also a fucking creator, and I'm also a reactor. I'm the reactor that has decided that I'm not going to jump into this pool of sharks. I'm not doing it. Hi, Stephanie. Okay, there are people I like here. There are people that you know, I have some reservations about. There are people that I keep my opinions to myself. And that's the way to go sometimes here in this. Because the second you open up the door and allow everybody else who's not watching Chantel or Anne Berlin, it's all free for all now. Let's jump on Hannibal. Let's jump on FFG. Not saying FFG doesn't deserve it at the moment. It's just so, this has become like a Hunger Games. It seriously has. Girl World has become Hunger Games, and you got to choose like which arrow you want to pull off, and who you want to target. Hey, April, it's crazy. It's crazy to me, and I am, again, I'm not the same kind of reactor. I've done a lot of Chantel. I've done a lot of Natter. I've said my piece on certain things that then I pull away, because I think after a while we get saturated with the same stuff, or it just keeps going, or we want to know, like, we want to get the resolve, and there's not a lot of resolve you're going to get out of this. I'm going to tell you guys this now. You're not going to get a resolve out of this. Kaya's not going to do what you want her to do. Okay? That's obvious. Kaya's going to live her life and do whatever she wants, and that's including coming back to YouTube. And y'all are going to go back. Not saying you here. There's going to be people that will go back. Oh, Kaya, I missed you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I figured that. Skinny Queen. Yeah. But they're not going to give you those answers. They're not going to give you those answers. I think your mama, he makes some good points, and then I have some things that I have a little trouble with him. First of all, your mama, stop saying everybody takes this shit seriously. So do you, my dude. So do you. If you are spending quality time making up songs, parodies, ways to entertain people, you're taking it just as serious as the rest of us. You're just doing it in a different way. I cannot stand when people turn around and use that hypothesis. Oh, y'all take this place too seriously. You're all taking it seriously. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. NCM. Monty just keeps going. Kaya will do the same. There's nothing that's going to change with that. I can tell you that right out. I've seen people in other communities, worse communities, that have done the most nefarious shit, and somehow they find their way back, or they find their way in other communities, and they start all over. I don't like to mention his name. I'm sure Vidal's gonna know who I'm talking about. But hello, if he's not the biggest example, and I'll talk about Negs, you know, Negs, MFW, all of them, they don't go away. They just find other corners to go into. I know Grebo, and Grebo and I've been having this discussion too. And all the people in this chat right now, I have high respect for, and I love and care for dearly. So I am not putting my opinions out there as saying like this is all on you guys. You guys are the general community that keep up with this, that see what's going on. I'm just giving you my little perspective here. Yeah, I know he is. I will say this. Yolanda comes up with some decent things, I will say at times. When Yolanda is pushed to be serious, like the things that he was saying about the whole situation with Terrence talking about that it wasn't, the ID and it wasn't. Dude, it's clear on your rap sheet. It says child on your rap sheet. Child. There's no mistake in that, all right? I don't give a shit what kind of environment she was in. Child, okay? So I embrace those types of like discussions and things like that, like keep their feet to the flame and really talk about the issues, not talk about what they look like, not talk about the way they're coming off. All that shit is just stupid. The issues are the serious things that need to be discussed, and that I have respect for. When it goes into talking about looks, or about what they're wearing, or about how they sound, or about their all right, you know what I'm saying? And I can say that because look at this. Anybody can come after me and start, oh, Choly, what's wrong with your face? You know what I'm saying? But I don't care. I don't have a dog in the race. I don't. I don't either, Jenna. Hey, Sandy. Good to see you too. Thank you so much, Instant Swimmer. Thank you. Hi. It's just, I get that it's entertaining and sometimes it's funny and that sometimes I don't there's a lot of this stuff that's in the community that's being discussed that's not funny anymore. And the more that we try to like my face looks like this because I had brain surgery and this is the result. This is what I live with. And that's okay. It's not, Hi Kelly. Yeah. It's just I enjoy being entertained and I listen to everybody's streams and there are times I'm like there's a lot of good stuff that's being done and then I turn around and I hear the shit that I saw on Monty's panel. I'm like, y'all are kidding, right? Uh-huh. I agree, Mud Slicker. I know it's mainly to like, make sure Marty doesn't get on him. Hi T Lee. Thank you. I know you do. And I had the same for you guys too. That's all right, Hannibal. That's okay. None of us are perfect. We all do what we do for a reason. Um, Maybe it's not taken, I'm sorry. I still think if you put time and energy into something, it's you taking it seriously. Stop telling other people what they take seriously and what they don't. Even if a person feels that they have a bond with their community, that's on them to feel that way. Everybody does this because they want to be heard and seen, and don't tell me that they don't, because then you're a fucking liar. All right? Yeah, again, Jenna, how entertaining is it? To be honest, all I saw was riled up people. All I saw was riled up people on Twitter and riled up people in the chat. Monty doesn't say anything, and oh, oh, the cheers on from Marty, and all that stuff, and like, oh, and going after Kaya and that kind of thing. Yeah, yeah. Oh, she's telling that to you, Hannibal. He never was funny. He was entertaining way, way, way long ago. Grievo can attest to this too. Thank you so much, Layla. You guys, thank you so much for your super sticker. I really appreciate that. That's really great. Yeah, I get it. And back in the day, Monty was a lot more personable. He would, he would, interact more, and he would, joke around more, and yeah, it is gross. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I can't tell you how many times, and Akasha and I have always had this conversation, how many times I will say I like somebody, and then within within a month's time, within a few months' time, something shitty comes out, and I'm like, oh, can't like them anymore. Same, Hannibal. I've been in this, not in this community, but on YouTube, 13 years. 13 years. And done, all sorts of different things, and been in different communities, and enjoyed a lot of it. And there's a lot of it that has disappointed me. And I also grew up a lot. I think I grew through this journey I've been on, and I've made a lot of pitfalls in my hi Susie, thank you so much, honey. I've made a lot of pitfalls in my time here because, Hannibal, there's no other way for me to be. You know what I'm saying? um when things hurt me, I'm gonna say it. When things upset me, I'm gonna say it. When things impress me, I'm gonna say it. I'm just one opinion on the internet. Exactly, Greedo. I hate you, by the way. I hate Greedo so much. I hate Greedo. I hate Jenna. I hate Akasha. I hate J9. I hate Stephanie. I hate all of y'all. Just so you know. Just so if you just if there's something that comes out on you tomorrow and I find out, I can say, well, I disown them all. Danny. I can't stand Danny. Danny at all. If I could smile, I would. And you know what I'm saying, I've always tried to be, informative with my content, always, and always try to have conversations. I know a lot of people in girl world don't like to do that. It's all about let's rip this apart, let's rip that apart. I get it, and I've joined in on a lot of that. But after a while, you really want to understand that there are people here that want to connect with you. These people that followed me throughout, and Celeste can tell you this, they connected with me for whatever reason. And I that's something that I do think is important. So Yolanda, I don't agree with you that this is bullshit, and you shouldn't have, nobody is saying that we all have to go out and meet each other in real life. The internet doesn't have to be such an evil place either. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Donnie? Yeah, that's okay, Skinny. I said this to Hannibal, and I'll say it to you. It's water under the bridge for me, and I know it gets brought up every now and again. And I feel like Jessica, the stuff that she has to keep, proving and showing that she's not part of, that, yeah, I've done the same thing. That's what happens in these situations. You feel like you got to keep, defending, and you got to keep being your own advocate. Oh, girl. You know our late night talk. You know our late night talk, Screen though. Don't act like that now. Oh, she's getting all shy now. It's okay, Skinny Queen. You did nothing but kind to me. I had no reason to jump on you. It was, listen, we all do it. We all do it. We hear things, we associate, we think right away, people are what they are, we take it at face value. Which is sad that there are some things that we have to look deeper. That, I get it. Yeah, exactly. They call you weak if you don't respond or stand up for yourself. They say you're crying. Exactly. You're not allowed to have emotions. Yeah, right. No, see, and see, I knew you were going to do that. No, I know. The same thing goes for the YTR situation that had nothing to do with anybody but just YTR, right? And I've said this about it to Sandy, to April, to NCN. Nothing about that is any of their faults. Regardless, yes, we're all, you guys are part of the mod community. You're going to protect the person that you're with. I get that. I know, Akasha. And yeah, that's true too. It was taking its toll. I know that, NCM. And that's what you learn here. That's what you learn here. It's unfortunate that sometimes you feel like, that you're connecting and then you find out. And I've had that happen way before this community. So I get it. I get exactly what you're talking about. I get exactly what you're talking about. There's a lot of you that I remember a lot of the things you've gone through. You know what I'm saying? And then I think that's what kind of like keeps me, you gotta be at some point you gotta be sympathetic to understand that a lot of people here have been hurt. Yeah, I do. Oh yeah. Well, again, it is. Hi, Jarella. It's understandable. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't take that kind of stuff too personally, too. Exactly. Exactly. I'm not a fan of people being brought down to their knees. I get it for making people accountable for their shit, that I'm not a fan of bringing people so far down to their knees that, you got to help them with the scrapes. It's just not necessary, you know? Yeah, and Greedo knows this, and I mean, and that's another thing. And I'm not going to ever be sorry that I got close with certain people, because if it wasn't for the likes of Akasha, J9, Jenna, Greedo, through this specific process, and a lot of your messages and things of that nature, I would not have gotten through so much of the mental anguish that I have been going through since this started. And I will never apologize for that, because to me, these are not parasocial relationships. These are people that I highly, highly care about and that are friends to me. And if that seems weird to people, then that seems weird to people. Yeah. I miss being around SH. I do. And I intend on, my intentions is always going to be that I'm going to be around. Thank you, NCM. Hi, Jocelyn's mom. I'm always going to be around. I know. I know. We've all been scarred in some way. It is. It's always looked at as that, Sandy. Girl, I will always give you and April and anybody else a platform, and anytime, because it's important to me. Those things are important. That these are things that you need to process. If there's anything I've learned through being in this physical situation is having time to process things that happen to you. You haven't. You and April been in there for so long that, and it just kind of, and she just keeps going. And again, another one that doesn't seem to go away, you know, that you got to have time to process all the shit that you were involved in. But don't be so hard on yourself about it. At the end of the day, you thought, what you thought you were doing was supporting a friend, you know? Hi, Cousin Ed. Another one who I adore and always will, ever since she was on my channel. There is no one that's going to tell me, and I took that and I'll take it again. No one's going to tell me that that's not a special lady right there. And I'm so glad that I was able to have her on my channel and that she stayed in my life. I mean it, Sandy. I mean it for you. I mean it for April. I mean it for NCM. Anytime. To me, this is not just drama. It's stuff that we need. I personally, I'm the one here in this little corner of the reaction area. I'm the one that likes the conversations. I'm the one that likes the conversations. I'm the one that likes the getting out the stuff that needs to get out, that people can relate to, so they don't feel like they're coming there and they're just watching a person go off on somebody or talking bad about somebody, and they're there for the show. That's cool for others, but it's not always for me. She does, Jenna. She does. She cracks me up. But it's sad that we're centering ourselves now because Chantel is so effing boring and just, I mean, she's a non-entity to me. Like, I don't even bother. Like, I go on Twitter and like, oh look, she's eating McDonald's again, and then you see, like, the headlines, so to speak. You're welcome, NCM. It's okay though. It's okay. Yeah, exactly. It is hard, Skinny. It is hard to let them go. I've had friends here, not in this area, but I know, Vidal, I know. But you know you get what I'm saying. I had friends, close friends, before I came into this area that I found out some really disturbing shit. And it took me a long time to feel like I could trust people again. Because that's another thing, as much as the internet is not real, it's like you still, this is we're in this day and age where the internet takes up most of our time because there's so many things that we do on it, right? So it's not that easy to get away from it. Social media is a different story. When you tell a person to get off the internet, you tell them get off social media. Because you say the internet is global. You can't just say, oh, you can't order DoorDash or get your groceries, or anything like that. To get off the social media. But I was in some pretty bad situations where people really did numbers on me, and I swore that I was never going to do that again, never get close to anybody again or trust anybody again. And you do have to have a certain, you have to have a certain exterior with these things. Oh yeah, they do. Oh yeah, they do, Adele. They want answers, judge and jury. They want judge and jury. Cool. I will. I will. And y'all check out Great Graybo's channel. I can't link anything, but definitely check her out if you don't. She does some really funny shorts and stuff of that nature. Exactly. You have to be. You have to be. There are some people that I trust completely. Hi, Hippie. You know, that I know through and through. They're good, solid people. And, again, I know some people have their reservations about what they do in the community. I am not somebody that goes after, my knots. We've had this discussion. I don't go after my knots. I don't tell them what to do. I give them my point of view. I give them my opinion, and they go on. That's the way it is. But at the end of the day, you don't know what people's lives are 24/7. You only know about the percentage you see online, which is true for anybody. Like me, you're seeing me now in a hospital. And this has been my reality for the week. I came in here. I adore it, Jenna. I adore telling her off. I came in here last Friday. I was in the waiting room for 7 hours, y'all, 7 hours. And I was set to have my surgery on Monday. And the surgery, that was the easy part. It was just, it's the after that's always going to be the challenge. This has changed my life and has altered me in so many different ways that I don't see things the same way as I used to. Like, I still, I have my cognitive abilities about me, but emotionally, I've changed in a lot of ways. Oh, happy birthday, happy hippie. Happy birthday, happy. Happy, happy, happy. Happy birthday, hippie Easter. I'm sorry. Yay, everybody say happy birthday. Let's give her some love. You guys are so cool. That, when your life is altered, and I legitimately altered overnight, and nothing about you is the same again. You've got a lot to now sit back with, and that's my struggle. That's the biggest struggle I have, is the all I got to sit back and see that I'm not doing, and I'm not performing in my normal life anymore, and it's hard. It's so hard. um I don't see it as being strong. I see it as being, I guess, and I'll say it publicly because I've been having such a hard time. I guess it's letting God do what He has to do, even though I've been fighting Him every step of the way. Every step of the way. And that's again, I'm not pushing, any kind of religious thing on anybody. That's just me personally. That strength is not found within just ourselves. I think strength is found through what we surround ourselves with, who we surround ourselves with, what we intake. um, and sometimes for me it's not good what I intake. All this shit, it ain't good, but I intake it anyway because I'm part of it. It's something that is still part of me. Yeah, I know. And we've had this discussion, Grebo and I, about that, about, just, I mean, I hear it every day, like, things take time, and it's the process, and you gotta allow your body to heal, and it's, exactly, Hannibal, exactly. And I'm still overcoming them. It's like, the ones that started, I'm still processing, and that's the thing I'm learning in therapy too, is that you've gotta, because a lot of what I'm going through is grief, grieving over a life I had and I don't have, grieving over what I present in, appearance, grieving over just not being able to be in the world like I used to, and every day that's probably what's keeping me going, because I am just so lost without it. Yeah, it is, because in the beginning when this all happened, I thought I was going to go home and be, out just down for a few weeks, and then I'd be back at work and do this, that, and the other thing. And when that didn't happen, it was devastating. It was devastating. Oh, it is. And it's also depressing because, let's face it, y'all, people get different after a while. You know, they check in with you and then they kind of drop off, or then they change their ways about, or change their attitudes towards you. Um, which I can understand, because it's a lot. It's a lot to deal with. And that's why I don't like really doing so much of the talking about it, or burdening people. Jenna, you wouldn't think that of me if you guys have seen me, emotionally broken. Yay! Hi God, it's so great you finally came to my chat. I was waiting for the I was waiting for the day that God was finally visiting me. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate that. Yeah, exactly, Unseen. Exactly. It really is. It really is. It's so funny. Thank God. Yes, everybody. The Terrorist or God, thank you for being in here. Can I have a pony? Yes, God. Can you, wire me like, cut the Legrand? Joking, joking, joking. But, lost my whole track of thought. That, the one consistent thing that you gotta understand is, even though, even though this is all going on, this is still on point. It's still on point. So, like I said, I still have my opinions. Sometimes they're not always correct, but sometimes they're not always wrong either. I want to say another thing, and I'm glad Hannibal is in here. Okay, I want to say another thing. Um, is it necessary that people that are within the same genre, reactor, a male, a black man, is it really necessary that we got to go after looks now? What is this? What is this? I don't understand this. I seriously don't understand this. We got to go after a person's intelligence, the way they talk. Why? Because to me, you come off like, you're listen, we're from the same generation, so I get it. You're articulate, you talk intelligently, you make your points. A lot of things that are said are not wrong, but why are we going for the looks? I don't understand that. I fucking don't understand that. Hey, Freedom Convoy. Thank you, Sandy. I appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate that. And you are as well. You are as well. I may not know everything about you, Sandy, but I know that you deal with some stuff, and I echo that right back at you. I really do. I want to know why they need to go after looks, Hannibal. I'm not understanding a man who is a male, a reactor, he's black, he does this, is going after another male black reactor who is in the community, and goes on a panel of a male black reactor to make fun of another. I don't understand this guy. I don't understand. I don't like when people do this. I don't. Okay, excuse me. Yes, the cat thing. Like, you all have different ways of doing things. And I'm not including Monty in that. I'm just saying, it's like, why are we going for the looks? What is that about? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's annoying. Whether you agree with what people say or not, I don't think it's necessary to go after their looks. That's just me. Yes, I'm talking about your mama. Yeah, Heidi. Listen, honestly, Heidi, it's been like a vacation because I'm always, in my room. Yeah, so he downgrades. Yeah. It's almost like a Natter situation to me. You know what I'm saying? When Natter was making fun of Gary and other people, like, does that make you feel good at the end of the day? Like, is that necessary? Yeah. Hi, Nessa. Yeah, exactly. Well, he didn't want to say too much because Nardi was there. Hi, Diana. It's good to see you. Thank you. I appreciate that, hon. I appreciate that. And again, I'm not saying this because, unlike everybody rah, rah, rah for Hannibal, I just think that it's unnecessary and it's kind of reaching to keep going after somebody's looks because you don't agree with what they say. And it doesn't make sense to me that you are also a male in this situation. And no offense to you males, but none of you are shining examples either of this community. I mean, I don't know much about Pulpy or anybody like that, but I'm saying the ones that are active now. None, Monty, Yo Mama, Garlic, oh, don't even get me started, are not shining examples here. I don't care what community he's come from. I've come from a different community too, and I got the memo. I got the memo. Nessa, you're such a sweetheart. Thank you so much. And my daughter is doing well. Thank you. I know, Hannibal. That's what I'm saying. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. That's the difference. There's a lot. Nobody is saying that you guys don't all have valid points or that that you kind of look like, I don't know, just how could you be taken seriously as into like what you're saying if you're always clowning on the other and clowning on your own, like you're another male. It doesn't make sense to, I don't know, doesn't it screams kind of like jealousy. I'm sorry, but yeah, I get it when he did it about Gerlich, because Gerlich is in that community. I get it. I do. Monty has no points. Monty has no points. But he will make an example out of others just by letting them go up on his panel. That's what I find funny. Monty doesn't take accountability for anything. Monty is ready and just looking to take the spotlight off of him at any given moment to put it on somebody else. Mm-hmm. Well, that's good, Hannibal. That's how you learn, and that to me is respectable. If you can't be told about your behavior and you can't be told about the things that you do, and I'm not saying about your opinions. Everybody in this community has their opinions, whether they're right, wrong, or indifferent. But I'm saying if you can be told like, hey Hannibal, what you said about so and so, or what you said about this, I wasn't cool with because it was kind of like, if you can have that conversation and you can take the accountability, then that's something I respect. But if you're gonna sit back there and be like, no, 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 that's not me. I didn't do that. And okay. Hey, Rosalind. And Monty just wants to get Monty just wants to get all of that, recurring past, because let's face it, it's still going on, out of the way. Because he wants to make he's got a hard on for Jessica Nessica, a hard on for, Turtle, although not for nothing, that's kind of, I don't even get involved in that anymore. Oh, thank you, Mary. Oh, my Lost Boys t-shirt. Yep, got my Lost Boys t-shirt. Oh, yeah. That he's really not. He did that too, so he could get out of he could be in the good graces of Marty. Let's call it what it is. He doesn't want that shit on him, even though he would deserve it. That's what I don't understand. Marty, you're up there with the hugest, grossest person in this fucking community. You're cool with that. But Kaya is the now Kaya is the target. Not saying that Kaya doesn't deserve to be told certain things, but you're not the judge, jury, and the prosecutor. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, no. Go on, handle the light should be still. I ain't going nowhere. Oh, I know that. I'm just saying though, like if he is up there, how does he not know what Monty's has done? You know what I'm saying? Uh, Natter. Although I don't know if that whole Natter thing is a joke or if it's just I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. It's a carnival show at the end of the day. Yeah, I know that he knows he's trolling. But I'm just saying, like, the choice right now is like it went from Chantal to Missy New, which makes sense because they're still connected, to now it's on Kaya, which is kind of off the realm of that, if that's where you were going. I don't know. Like, it doesn't make sense. And Monty is using them all. Yeah, yeah, that does make sense. I know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's he's been around, but I don't know how he came out, came out. And again, I'm not treading on that. I'm just stating an opinion. I don't think that, putting so much emphasis on him either is the way to go. Because I see some of these creators and some of these people, I'm like, y'all need to stop. This is not the second coming of Christ here that oh, Marty, it's like, oh, I can't. It's like I feel like okay, I sit back and I watch that. I'm like, y'all, why do you who made you the decision maker? Yeah, I get it. It's sickening. It's kind of sickening until it happens to them. It is. It is. It's like we all need a savior here. You don't. Right? No, not Nary, honestly, and I don't dislike her. I know y'all. I know a lot of y'all do. I don't dislike her. That I don't get her, and I see it, and I'm like, what are you doing? I just kissing up to this guy is not going to end well for you either. Another one that's not in the very great, wave of light here. Not as bad as the others, but not in a very good light. Not to him. Not to him. You are correct. She didn't do anything to him. The way she went about this whole thing and all of the information is completely and utterly disgusting and wrong. And the way that she's handling it is completely, utterly wrong. Hi, perfectly imperfect. It's good to see you too. I agree, Nessa. Well, unfortunately now because they showed her rap sheet, I think it's all over Kiwi Farms, and now we know. No, no, I don't. I don't want to know about that. I would never. No offense. I would never, unless there was an intelligent conversation to be had. There would be no interaction. That's not my place. I'm not involved. Again, no, no, no. I don't have a dog in the race. Yeah, I agree, Akasha. I agree. I don't. That to me, maybe she didn't do anything to us, but the representation, the knowing what she allowed in her own life is disturbing to be part of that. And it sounds to me, and I could be wrong, it sounds to me like it's still going on. It doesn't sound to me like whatever her boyfriend does is legit. It sounds to me like he's still doing it, or she's still a part of it. This, we build this from the ground up. What did you build, Kaya? What? We're so like vague, and we don't want to say too much, and I understand because you don't want, it doesn't matter, you invited that in. Now Marty is going to look into it. Yeah. No, there's a lot more to that, I think, Vidal. I don't think it's that cut and dry. My thing is the people's want for an answer to what he's doing about it. I don't think you're going to get that. If you are going to get it, it's never going to be enough. It's not going to quench the thirst that the people in the community have for these types of answers, because you just can't. This is not something that you could just explain away. These are things that have happened over time, that was choices, whatever. It is just unfortunate that it is the way it is, and it is unfortunate that she got doxxed. But at the same time, the way they answered to this was even worse, because you opened up Pandora's box and saying there was no victim. The state of Nevada's not the age of consent doesn't matter. He's got it on his rap sheet, and it says child. Okay. Exactly, Jenna. Exactly. And it's not even for that. All right. I don't give a shit about the Chantel. I'm sorry. Chantel is irrelevant. All right. She talked about, in reference to it, about other people that are in that same industry. That bothered me. I'm like, yo, you were still involved. Like, it is hard to hear. The Chantel shit doesn't. I'm sorry, this doesn't. It's irrelevant. We all talk about Chantel. Some of us get a little too deep than others, but that's a good question, Vidal. I'd like to hear them. I'd like to hear them answer you. Chat, you are more than welcome to answer what Vidal is saying. Exactly, SA. It's not easy to describe something that you've done in your past here. I can tell you that. But something like that is even worse, because it opens up all the issues that have already been uh, exposed in the community. Hmm. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Diana. I'm glad to hear that. I again, and I don't disagree with that opinion. Exactly. I don't disagree with anything that has to do with children. Definitely. That's why it's and it's also just the reaction, the first reaction, not the videos after, not the panel after. The first reaction for me was all that needed to be said. It's like, all right, that's how you feel, go on with it, but my support can't be there. You feel let down. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, Akasha. Yep. Yep. And that's another thing, is that people have gone through some certain similar situations, things of that nature, that it does affect them. So you can't just turn a blind eye. Oh, it didn't happen to them, they should be apologized to. Well, it's a person representing themselves, okay, to a community, giving of their, of who they are to an extent, and unfortunately more information got leaked, And this information is not something easily swallowed. It's not something you could just say, oh, they're dead. That's a life choice. And it's consistent and it's still going on. Right. Yep. Oh, I don't know. I don't know who you're asking about me. If you're asking me, I'm not. Okay. There you go. Exactly. It's the same reason, like, we know what Natter was, and we weren't supporting it. We were trying to support Chantel. We knew what Natter was. We kept going because we wanted to expose it. But essentially, did we get rid of it? No. No, we didn't. We just stopped watching. And essentially, that's what people do. It's their choice. It's their choice whether they want to support that or not. Some people got close to Kaya. Some people, related to her because of her, her past addiction and in her whatever it was. And I can understand why they would feel this way. I do. Yeah. I personally, it's none of my business what he does or what he chooses to do because that's not my life. That's just somebody in Kaya's life that I don't choose to support through Kaya because for me, I have a 20-year-old daughter. Hell to the nah. No way. No way. For no man, no daddy. All right? That's just me. And that's just me as a mother, and I have that right. And the same reason why I called fucking Monty out on his shit. All right? Once you once you are talking young, impressionable women, men, whatever. No. Okay? Exactly. Well, that's your opinion. I don't know what you want to hear, Vidal. I mean, I don't know who you're saying this to, Vidal. I am just talking about it. For me, I've got no connection to that. I'm just disappointed that that this all came out and it's not comfortable, and I don't support that. And that's it. Okay. I was like, I don't know who you're talking to because it ain't me. I'm like, in general, I got you. I get you. I get you. I get you. Gotcha. Cool. All right. Like I said, it's good to open up and and converse about that. There is peace. Yeah. Well, we gotta find the peace within ourselves. We make our own choices at the end of the day. What we just choose to intake and not. Sin is different from hypocrisy. Everyone sins, but if you've committed the same sin, don't go judgmental. That's great, Hippiesta. Yes, on others who have done the same. Well, in a way, we all kind of are judgmental in our own ways. I was curious about I was curious about why anyone cares about someone that was punished and is living with it and acting like no justice was done. So let me ask you, Vidal, when you first did you see the first thing on A What's channel? Did you see that little that part when they were when A What was interviewing him and asking him the questions and the way that he reacted? Did you have an opinion about that? I'm just curious to just ask. Exactly, Heidi. Yep. Yeah. And again, the vagueness coming from Kaya about what he does, I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of vagueness there. I get it. Okay. Hang on, guys. Hi.
Oh,
What are we doing?
just blood pressure and your vital signs and stuff.
Oak doke.
How are you doing? You didn't call me all day.
Kind of just. This was, you know. I haven't really had a reason to call. I don't really know when the next round of meds are, but.
Oh, I'm not sure either. But are you in pain or anything? You need anything or?
Right now, I'm kind of I'm in between.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
On your finger?
Mm.
Under your tongue? Okay. Do you need anything or?
No.
Okay.
For now.
Okay. Call if you need anything.
I will.
I can ask Mary Grace if you're due for any medication.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just so I know.
Okay.
Thank
Sounds
you.
good.
I'm
Do you want
good.
me to turn that light off over there?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Thank you. Sorry, guys. The usual.
Good night.
Good night. The usual
Bye.
vital checks. How are you doing? Trying to see what's going on here. Well, maybe that's also wise, Adele, because you don't know Kaya. Hi, David. Yeah, I thought it wasn't. I think it was important to have this kind of conversation because I don't think anyone really did that here. You know, and if I was, doing a normal live stream, I'd have the Dell up there, and and we could have this kind of conversation. I think it's important. I'm not trying to sway anybody's opinion, but yeah, yeah. I tend to agree with a lot of what y'all are saying. Yeah, it's all in the presentation. Listen, I can only go. Yeah, hippie. That's how I handle things here. That's how I roll. That's how I roll. Whether we agree or disagree or need to discuss it, that's what is important. This is what I'm saying. It's like it's going through. The community is going through it. Whether people think it's ridiculous or not, the community is still affected by it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I didn't think that was cool either. Oh, hang on a second.
Sorry.
What's up?
Can I put the pulse ox back on your finger?
Why?
It only went to 88 and I want to get it a little higher.
What do you think? I'm like my thing's going low.
Well, I can't send it through because if they do that, they're going to want you on oxygen.
Oh God, help me.
So I'm going to try and get it to 95. If not, I'll try the other finger. If not, then we'll try your ear, okay? Oh, perfect.
Yeah, maybe it was just the way it was positioned.
Yeah, maybe. Super.
Got it.
Okay, thank you so
Yeah,
much.
because it's been pretty consistent.
I know, that's why I was like, this isn't right.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. Did you hear that? Get it up. Let's get that pulse up. We don't want to put you on oxygen. Here, I want to read this. Knowing Kaya doesn't have any effect on her man. Kaya didn't even know him when he committed his crime. I don't know. See, we're getting back to this again. We're getting back to this again. Why'd you put somebody on a pedestal? I don't think it's so much again. It's people who related to her, Vidal. It's people that relate to you. You know, she's a recovering addict. She's gone through a hard life. There have been people that cared about her. And again, I don't know why people get so like pressed about this. Why do you start watching somebody? Because they entertain you, you like them, you have the connection with them, you think that whatever it is. Like nobody should be shamed about why they liked her. I mean, it is what it is. I liked Kaya. I liked Kaya a lot. You know, she was one of the very few people that I liked here, and it was shocking to me. And it's there are certain moral grounds to this that make it hard to just get past that right now. That hey, Arsenette, stuff it. No, nobody should. Okay. Oh, you got home good, Hannibal. It's good to see you again. Well, I'm okay, Caleb. I'm in the hospital because I just had my third surgery earlier this week on my spine, and so now I'm in the recovery process yet again. Kaya lied about who she is. The sweet code word high moral Kaya is not who she is. The Kaya we've seen in the last few times is really Kaya, sober or not. She's a street. Okay. Well, we're glad you're safe, Hannibal. I don't think it's so much. Again, I like what you just said. I like what MCM just said. It's about the moral Kaya is not who she is. The Kaya we've seen in the last few times is the real Kaya. Unfortunately, again, there's somebody that's representing differently. And I'm not saying that everybody needs to come there and be, 100% about their life. But that's something that, considering the community that you're in, considering the fact that you're also commenting and speaking about somebody else in the same regards that you have no tolerance for, it's hypocritical. And that is what the harsh reality is. Of course, on top of that, we're talking about uh, a very sensitive thing. So, yes and no. Yes and no. You can go, you can be, listen, you can be, do it whatever the hell you want here. You know, there is no application process before you get a YouTube channel, okay? There is no background check. You can do whatever the hell you want. There are worse people on this platform. I will agree with that. But when you're centered in a bubble, and let's face it, this girl world is, and these are people that are, you're going to, instead of Chantel, because you can't stomach watching her, and these are people that are exposing Chantel for all of these horrible things and talking about it, okay, and in the same breath are losing a portion of their life the same way. I completely get why you have an issue with that. That's just me. Thank you, Nessa. Yeah, that's true. No, I agree. Hit the. I don't think it should go further than that. It's not Marty's place to do that. I'm sorry, it's not. State your opinions. Say what you feel, and I don't disagree with a lot of them. But no, there is no reason to go that. That's what I'm saying. Then it goes into something else it doesn't need to. Right. That's what Vidal. Then you share the same. You share the same outlook Yolanda does. This is just entertainment, and why is everybody taking it so seriously? That is one way to look at it. But again, it's also an involvement to so to speak, because you're communal, you're social. You see these people on a regular. You're interacting. It's a little bit more than that. Right. Meh. And I'm not stating that their aspects of the way they handle this, because listen, it's this community, y'all. It's in the nature of the beast all the time here. Okay, it's like TNZ. It's like fucking when there's a hot story, doom doom doom. There's like four, five, six different channels coming at it, and there are ways to go about it. It upset a lot of people. It's understandable in this whole thing, just like the Sans Bar Lounge shit. We all sat there and watched this, and that wasn't entertainment for me. That was informative because this shit was being exposed. Okay, and that wasn't entertainment when I got people crying on me and throwing up on me and getting sick over this shit, because this is the reality of what's going on. And I'm sorry, when there's a reality like that, it fails to be entertainment anymore. It changes its whole aspect. I know that. Yeah. Hi, Laura. It's good to see you too. Hi, Amber. Yeah, Laura. I got so bored after. this is uh this is my seventh day. Yeah, seventh day. Yeah, but is anyone gonna stop that? No. But stop putting it on such a fucking high pedestal too. It annoys the shit out of me. Thank you. You're sweet to say. Thank you. Yeah, I yeah, sure they do. Not everybody feels the same way. They look at things, after day five. You know what? Yeah, that I was losing my mind at home, so this is more like a vacation. Imagine. We are, we are. That's true, Arsenette. Stuff it. Well, it's unfortunate the way it got brought to YouTube, SH. It is unfortunate. It is shitty. The whole thing is shitty. It's shitty for Kai. It's shitty for her viewers. It's shitty for the. It's just it's shitty. It really is. At the end of the day, all we can do is one of two things. Either we move on and, just decide amicably what we will not tune into, and that's our choice, or some people will go right back and they'll forgive, just like everybody else here. Right. Shitty now, Laura? It's been shitty quite a while. Quite a while. You know what, great though? They've had some pretty decent food here, I will say that. I haven't had a bad meal, I mean, listen, it's free. But it's really been, I haven't really had such a bad, you know, the ATM card thing sucks. That it is, Laura. I was just saying that. Compared to what my life's been now, it's been mainly, yeah, because I've always been home, and especially in the summertime, like usually we do stuff and couldn't do that, and I was just becoming more and more depressed. So I think it was a good, not that it was good that this happened to me, but it gave me the time to take care of what I needed to and to be away, and I miss home, but at the same time this was necessary. Yeah, yeah, definitely, to call up and just like, I want this, and then room service. I do too, Vidal. I like this one. This one is very comforting. The one that's near me, nope, 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 nope. But I've had to get over my not liking hospitals. Mm-hmm. It does. Plus, it takes the burden off, my family. Yeah, that too. Aw, Laura, welcome to the turn-ups. Yay! It's good to have you. Well, I'm on a regular diet. I've been on a regular diet since I've been here. Nothing like, oh God, my brain surgery. That was a whole other thing. That was a whole other thing. That was awful. Plastic eggs and fruit that did not look like fruit. I don't know what that was. Oh, girl, Vidal. Okay, so when you're on a soft palate diet, they don't give you actual eggs. It looked like it was uh, it looked like it was like like a one of those sand things that kids add water to and it becomes something else, like it. Oh, it's so salty and it was awful, awful. No, it wasn't real eggs. It was an egg alternative. Hi, Kawaii. Yeah, and have you ever seen that before? It is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life. And it tasted exactly like it looked. Angel! Hi, nice favorite Angel. I love you too. Yes, Grebo. It's not like your because I like the just egg. That's really good. This is straight up powdered, mixed into water, and then it molds itself to look like an egg. Akash, I think I sent you a picture of it that time. Yeah, it was so bad. It was so bad. Well, that's because when I had the brain surgery, that's because of my motor skills weren't. They didn't want me to bite down. They didn't want me to use metal utensils, and I had to use everything soft palate wise. So that's why. Down to the fruit looking like baby food. They're disgusting. Yeah, right, agree though, because your motor skills. I mean, thank God, I had no issue with the swallowing. Is basically like my mouth couldn't chew. That's okay. I'm in the hospital for my third surgery on my spine. Yes, I'm live. It's been 7 days since I'm here, and this is, it's my vlog, y'all. Exactly, it's my vlog, y'all. Yeah, yep, yep. It is. You guys with that word. I can imagine, great though. I've had swallowing issues before, way before this, but I was lucky. I was lucky in that respect that that didn't happen. Exactly. I knew J9 would pick up on that. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Yep. No, they didn't want me to use utensils because they were afraid of me biting down on my tongue, and I didn't have the motor skills. Oh, thank you, Sunshine Granny. You're such a sweetheart. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. When I need, well, you can help. Help. What do you mean, hit the Easter? I know, and I love them back. I kind of like you guys. My nods. I kind of like you. I love them back. That's why I do this. I know you guys, want to hear an update here and there. Thank you so much, Kawhi. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I was lucky. I was lucky. This is number 3. It's going to take some time before I can walk normal again and get feeling back in my legs. I have to wait 2 weeks before I start physical therapy. And yay, my grocery order shut. Yay. And thank you, Laura, for that. That helped out, by the way, that I was able to do that. They're looking at Monday because they just put me on a steroid. I know you're still okay, Kasha. I don't like you at all. The least of you, I like. I think everyone has to get. Diana, you're such a sweetheart, Diana. I understand it. I understand it. I read your comments all the time, Diana. They're very inspiring, and I understand it. Yeah, thank you, Laura. It was a very big help, especially after what just happened. Aw, prayers for the kitty. Well, because I'm actually going live from my phone on YouTube. Usually I do the setup, the stream yards, that whole thing, but unfortunately I do not have my computer with me, etc., etc. So you get this, unfortunately. Yeah, yeah, they do. During I do that early, like around after I eat breakfast. They make me do that. Yep, you got it. Oh, Sunshine Granny, it's good to see you. I like going live for you guys too, because you guys don't get to see each other a lot. I mean, you see each other in other chats, but you know what I mean. Yeah, they're no, honestly, they're not. Believe you me, Vidal, I can tell you that this is the optimistic you're hearing now. I was not this way. I mean, go watch my This Is Hard video where I'm just hysterically crying. I am not this optimistic. For some reason, maybe because so many of the other symptoms that I was experiencing were involving this particular problem that they didn't see until they finally did the MRI, that I, have come to the something's got to give. You know what I'm saying? It has not been easy for me to be this optimistic. I can promise you that. Thank you. It's okay. It's okay. Thank you, Rebecca. You're a sweetheart. I know, cousin it. I know. Yep. Yeah. That's the lucky part, you know. It's hard to look at it the way I came out because I'm all busted up, but you know, I'm still here. Yeah. Unless I didn't know that. And the other thing is the whole like health journey. It's been so frustrating when you go through it and then you go home, you got a set of symptoms, then other things start happening, then they pay attention to that, and then waiting for the doctors, waiting for the tests, for your insurance if they're going to cover it. You know, it's always there's so much that goes with this that it's so frustrating. Yeah, they were. That's true. They were here for the brain surgery one. I know it was, and I do apologize that it is upsetting. You know, if I look at it, I get very upset, and it's so weird because within another month and a half, it's going to be a year that I had that surgery in October. Well, I'm just saying, I know for me, sometimes it's hard to control my emotions when I get that way. And there are times that I'm alone and I don't know who to talk to. And, you know, so yeah, I open up the lies and here we go. Oh, yeah. Yes, Akasha. Okay. I know she gets mad at me. And she dare apologize, Collie. Well, yeah, you guys know. Listen, you guys know why. You guys know why. That's not healthy, though, Vidal. It's not healthy to rage. Mm-hmm. Exactly. And that's what I was getting frustrated about because when you're going through something and you're questioning and questioning and they're telling you, okay, I know, Laura, I know, I appreciate that. And you're questioning and they're telling you, well, you know, this is a during the recovery, this is what goes on and we don't really know. But when it's something you feel is consistently wrong, like I had this stiffness back here since the second surgery, and I kept saying that, and they were like, you know, putting it off, and then finally when the leg thing happened, then they're like, okay, MRI. Yeah, it wasn't brain cancer. It was a malignant tumor. It was just it was just a tumor. Well, see, I am blessed and got very lucky this time around through Joe's therapist, who recommended this therapist that I see now. She is a trauma therapist and she is a godsend. I know, Akasha. Nobody. I've expected people to have. Oh, I'm so sorry, Rebecca. I didn't know that. I'm so sorry. I hope you're getting treated for it. It's no joke, girl. It is no joke. I've expected that. You know, I was more impressed at the fact that people were more like, yes. Hold on a second.
This kind of bracelet.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, you're gonna get your Senna. It's a medication to help you move your bowels. You also get some Tylenol.
No Tylenol.
You don't want Tylenol?
I don't take Tylenol.
Okay. Okay,
So you'll get the robaxin, which is your muscle relaxant. They also have your prednisone.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, Donna, see you later, okay?
Yep.
You still have the IV, right?
Yes.
Can I see? Okay,
It's there. It's fine.
okay. Let's get the cover there. Okay, done.
Thank you. Yep. We good? Oh. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, it is very painful. I can attest. Green jello. Ugh. Ugh. Can't do jello. Jello is so gross to me. I'm side-eyeing her too, Layla. Like, yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Hang on, y'all. I'm gonna get my charger. Just give me 1 second. Okay. Got it. Okay. 1 second. Alright, y'all, I'm back. Ugh. Had to take a quick bathroom break, too. Hey. Alright. You cooking dinner, Greedo? Yeah. I had this idea when I get home that I want to do a deconstructed chicken pot pie. I've been watching the Food Network way too much. That's another thing. So much of what you do is just basically you've got nothing to do but like intake all the wonderful channels the hospital offers. Oh, have you, Hippie? Didn't know that.
How can I help you? Can I
I
help you?
I didn't do that.
You okay, dear?
I'm fine.
Okay.
Ugh, sorry. This particular nurse drives me crazy. Ugh, okay. Aw, agree though. Yeah. That's the one thing I've been missing, not being home, is making dinner. The one thing that I was consistently doing anyway. You know? Now is the fun part because tomorrow is said to be my last day. I'm supposed to be released on Monday, and then the fun starts. Then all the attention is gone, and and I have to start, you know, getting myself back in some form of normalcy, whatever normal is gonna be. They're looking to release me on Monday, MCM. Yeah, yeah. Originally, they wanted to get rid of me on Friday. I was like, yeah, no, nope, because they're afraid that my insurance wasn't going to allow it. I'm like, they've allowed it so far. I don't think there's going to be an issue, but you know. Yeah, yeah. Anything I can do crock pot wise, I'm going to do. Home bees, yeah. I can't even believe that I named this hospital bees, but I'm like, I really don't have a clever title at the moment. I'm going home. I have outpatient PT that was set up for me before all this went on. My doctor had set it up before we knew what was going on when my legs started to get weak. My primary care doctor set it up, but I only went once to get assessed, and then of course I had the MRI and everything else. So they want me after now the surgery to wait 2 weeks before I can start doing that. It's always the insurance, yeah, always. But yeah, so they're set to release me on Monday. And the noise that you hear, if you hear like a slight humming, are these pads that they had to strap to my legs after the operation to they're like vibrating, right? So they give you like they keep the blood flowing. So what I've been using them for is my arm, because when the arm started to hurt, I started to use that. Oh, Angel, I love you too. And I was using it for the same reason. I just strapped it around my arm so I would get the vibrations because it was starting to hurt there. Exactly, that too. Yep. 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 They no, no, no. They asked that I would have to do it because I'm not in the state that I live in. I would have to do it in my state, and then it would probably be somewhere that I don't want to go. No, they don't think it's necessary. They're probably going to send the home PT, uh, the home, what do you call it? The home nurses. Girl, Vidal, if I, that's the thing is, I was joking with them the other day, my surgeon and his assistant, and I was like, my insurance company probably never thought they would ever see the day that from the beginning of the year how much I've used their insurance, because all the time I've had it, I rarely used it outside of just like a therapist. But listen, not to sound grim, that you don't know and you should know. You know what I'm saying? Before it gets to this case, before it gets to this kind of level. Nerve damage. Oh wow, yeah. After 10 sessions because I wasn't making enough progress. That sucks, Jocelyn's mom. And who is insurance to say if you're fine or not? That should not be up to them. I agree with that, NCN. Girl, do me a favor, Vidal, alright? From one internet friend to the next, go get yourself checked out. You never know. Even if you think you're being a hypochondriac, nah. Only you know your body, only you know your symptoms, only you know what feels right and wrong. If something is wrong, then you need to go and get that checked out. I don't care. Do it. Exactly, Sandy. Or keep going to other doctors if your doctor tells you that it's your anxiety, your stress, or that you're on a waiting list to go to a balance center, or you have a fuzzy headache. Know what I'm saying? Before you actually get treated for the right things. Because that was also the case. I had a sucky doctor. I had a sucky doctor. Yeah, well, then you keep going until you do. Hey, Gaining Gird. Good to see you. Then keep going, girl. Keep going until you do. I believe you me. And they, my daughter's dad still talks about suing, and I'm like, yeah, you don't want to get into the medical malpractice thing, but he's very adamant about that because he thinks that a lot of these issues could have been eliminated earlier if they weren't so, just hell bent on not treating me. Mm-hmm. Oh, Jesus, Summer. See what I'm saying? Oh, Gaining Girl, you're a sweetheart. I'm always around. I catch you guys. I catch you guys. Sumner, I can so attest to that. And when I found out that that's what it was, I was so deeply hurt within myself of how long I allowed that to go on. Oh yeah, he was not happy about that. Yeah. Oh God, I'm sorry, Vidal. I'm so sorry to hear that. And to come to see what I'm saying? They can't attest this shit to just stress and anxiety. Yes, anxiety is a big part of it. But the anxiety is coming from something else obviously wrong. Hi, Fiend. Hi. I miss you, Fiend. That's how it was from the angel in the beginning. And then that's why the hospital, before I had the brain surgery, turned me away because my doctor prescribed it as a fuzzy headache, what I was going through. I get it. Zidell, I do understand. I do understand. And unfortunately, you're at the mercy of it. You need to get medical attention. It's the worst, most corrupt, next to politics, most corrupt fucking, foundation out there, because it should be available to all who need it all the time. The fact that Canadians can get it and Americans free, I mean, and Americans can't is such a. I think that's why a lot of Americans die in this country. Is so many different things because they're not getting the proper health care. Mm-hmm. And I hate going down that road. But if I could do anything for you, Vidal, or anybody else in here, to be vigilant and to go and to get the things checked that you need to, and to keep going and finding the right people, because that it's necessary. It's necessary, man. You can't just you can't just sit there and just go through it like that. I'm giving you as much hope as I can because I believe that you're a strong enough person to articulate how you feel, and B, that you need to get this rectified. And I know you're a smart ass girl. You need to go and do it. Suffer. That's the word I couldn't get. You don't need to sit there and suffer. Yeah, that's what we do. That's what we do. As women, and no offense towards men, women, we allow ourselves to get to the utmost near death before we go and do anything about it. Well, that's cool that you have a good PC like that. Exactly, cousin it. Exactly. I know, gaining girth, and I appreciate that. I do. All of my little all my little commentators that have broken off and have pushed through and made their own channels, and they come back to Choly. It's just so heartwarming. Oh, Jocelyn's mom, I'm happy to be here for you guys. It does me good to do something, And I get why, people don't. Exactly, you don't want to wait until you're in crisis. And the other thing is that I didn't want my family to have to put up with this. It's hard enough, you know what I'm saying? You're not bothering anybody, Summer. You're all good. Yeah, I'm the same way. You don't want it. You don't want to burden people. I get it, but you have to. If there's anything you take away from this, you're right, Greedlow. If there's anything you take away from this, look at the example. Go back to some of my lives before this happened. The night before it happened, you heard it. I was slurring. I was throwing up. I couldn't stop throwing up. Not that I threw up on live, but I was just so ill. And I don't even want to go there again if I didn't go and have this all done, taken care of. I don't even want to go there. But it was quite the shock. Hi, Blondie. Good to see you. And I noticed that it's been quiet. Aw, you're a sweetheart, Blondie. You're such a sweetheart. All of you are. I noticed it's been somewhat quiet in the community, or outside of, Chantel, which I don't pay attention to. Oh, wow. Exactly, MCM. Exactly. That's what started it. Oh, Hannibal. Hannibal. Hannibal, that's not true. Nanti, hello, hello. Not teenager channel, man. Don't throw that out there. Then he'll come after me. I'm not CholyFlower made Hannibal. No, she didn't. I appreciate that, Hannibal. I appreciate that. Okay, when I say quiet, I mean in the terms of the if you go to Twitter and something pops off, like the whole Nanti channel, that'll go on for like 5, 6 days, right? It's been kind of slowing down. I don't see a lot of, posts about anything else. Although again, I don't follow the other side of the spectrum that you do, Vidal. But over here it's been kind of Chantel's eating again, and nothing else being brought up that I've seen, and that's only the last 2 days. I should really shut up, right? I should really no, never mind. Forget it. Yeah, you did, and I look on those times very fondly. I've gone back and I've listened to all 8 hours of that live where we were watching Roman and just being hysterical and just laughing and just going along with the silliness, and I miss all that. I do. I miss that part of it where it wasn't this insidious, I mean, bless his heart, Roman. He gave us a reason to joke that it is something that was very healing for me at the time because we were going through it. I was going through it with the whole, all the things about that went on, Monty and the channel and everything else. And yeah, it was a hard time, but to laugh through that, yeah. Oh, I know. He can't improve his own. Jeez. Monty, the maker of channels and the destroyer of his own. NCM, when wasn't it? Please answer this question. When wasn't it? It's always been. It's always been too toxic. I know. What I'm glad is that I was there for the meat and potatoes of it, to meet the people I did, and to have them become part of this, my little section, and for us to have the conversations. I still think that so many of my lives were so really, really important, even the hard ones, and I don't regret anything. I don't regret anything about that. Hmm. Yep. And I always will. You guys always had that. That's what I'm saying, Vidal. When wasn't it toxic? Except now it's spawning. It's like growing, or it's like connecting to the other cells of the other portions of communities that it shouldn't, and it's like, ah, oh, nah. No. I had spine surgery, Blake. The integration is what's killing me. I'm like, what? Nah, we don't need any more integration. Outside influences pulling into this situation. Oh, I'm glad you did, though, Summer. It's scary shit, girl. Sounds very, very similar to my situation. Mm-hmm. See, that's like I didn't come in until the end of BD and the beginning of Natter. That's when I started to come in. And then the whole Natter thing, I had no idea the route I was going to go. And it went pretty deep. Yeah, see, that's not cool. And I don't get. I don't even go down that road. I don't get the whole. Like, I tried to watch Amberlynn a few times, and I'm like, yeah, nah. She doesn't offend me as much as she offends other people. Thank you, Alaska. It is, but it's not as bad. It's not as bad when you need to, you know, when you finally get the things done that you need to. It's necessary, and again, it's then like Laura and I said, like a little vacation away from your, home right now. As pathetic as that sounds, but yeah. Oh, so agree with you, NCM. Alaska, you're gonna confuse us because they're gonna start calling Akasha Alaska again. Just one letter away from the Kasha. And like I started, with this whole thing. Even Zal, I just can't. I can't do it anymore. I tune in, I hear Jay, Jared, James, and I'm like, yep, gotta go. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Hippie, are you doing anything special for your birthday? It's facial palsy. It has come from my first surgery when I had a tumor removed from my brainstem. So my face has unfortunately gone through the facial palsy aspect of it. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I know that they're getting on Becky now or whatever. I don't even try to even understand any of that stuff. To me, that's just like another reality show that you're trying to understand who all the characters are, and I just can't do it. Yeah, it is what it is, MCM. Those that are willing and worth, you know, giving that to, then by all means, like I said, things in my life, in my head, have changed drastically. I don't feel all this stuff, not saying that you guys are simplistic and petty and whatever, that all the arguments and things like that, the things that get dragged on, so to speak, it's not that if you upset somebody or if you offend, those things, of course you want to discuss that, you want to be accountable. When they drag on and when they pull in, other things, and when it just turns into these sagas, it doesn't need to. And it's not, to me, it's just not worth it anymore. I may disagree with you, I may not see your point of view, but it doesn't mean that I'm going to sit here and judge or go on a crusade of using you as a reason to go on and on and on and on and on and on. You know what I'm saying? It's not, that's not my game here. Right? I agree with you. How I agree with you. The way I began this is PG is making a live with makes sense of this. TG making a live reacting to Monty on a channel with Yo Mama and Her World and Skinny and Miami. I'm like, what are you doing? And then let's put in Val in there because that made a whole lot of hell of sense. Like, I get it that you got to take into consideration Purple Glitter, if anybody should. Val is not well, and unfortunately, this trolling that keeps going on is fueling the fire. Oh, that's good, hippie. That sounds. Oh, lobster. There you go. There's a way to celebrate. There's a way to celebrate. No, she's not, and I don't think it's cool that she decided to, throw Val in there. That's the collie I know. Well, yeah, exactly, Ursunet, exactly, exactly, exactly. They do, they do. Not that that I don't see the rights and the wrongs. They're just not necessary for me to keep harping on. That's in defense of like things I've said or done or other people have said and done. Yes, those things happen and it's hurtful, but you have to get through that. And they're not, at the end of the day, it's just not worth all of that energy. Oh, we all get petty. But this is how you learn. This is how you learn. This is how you make changes. This is how you know, respond to your own audience. And this is it's how you want to be seen eventually. Even if you're quote unquote not you're representing a character. I don't truly believe that that's always the case. But thank you, girl. Like, there's always some form of you. Sorry to hear all the ruckus going on out there. They're just going up and down with their carts. Yeah. Imagine, yeah, it goes on all night. It's up and down there with the medicine carts or the vital check carts or the food carts for the room service, that kind of thing. It goes on all day long. You get used to it after a while. There's a lot of sounds like the humming, you know. But it's good. It's like white noise. Um, I don't. Days. What's funny? I've been here 6 days, and all of a sudden the dietitian calls me. They're like, "Oh, do you want, such and such a thing?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And they never bring it to you. But no, I usually stop eating. I think I stopped today about 7:30. Usually that's late for me. I stopped a little earlier than that. But sometimes depending, I have like a nut mix next to me, or I'll save something from like breakfast, like an apple or something like that. For the most part, I haven't been like like grazing, they call it, like when you keep eating. I haven't been doing that. Oh wow. Yeah, Layla, you should. For all the care that you're given, it's your turn now. You know what I mean? It's your turn. It's your turn. Don't get me to sing. Yeah. Oh, isn't that cute? That's nice. Come on. I'm gonna sound like Val. Can one of my mods take care of Black Alien? I'm sorry I had to do that. Black Alien, what are you trying to say? Closing your door? I want them to close my door. They're constantly, yeah, they kept it open. Oh, please, I make them close it all the time. I hate that. Or do I have to do it myself? Bye bye. Yeah, please do. It's burnout, you know. It's okay, J9. It's okay. It's why I got a little blocked finger. It's not very often that I have to do it. I usually leave that up to you guys, and Akasha must have fell asleep. Oh God, right? Are you? It's all right, Jenna. I got it. It's all cool. I was trying to have a funny moment. That's okay, Layla. But you still matter, and you still need to go and to get yourself right. How are you gonna be good for anybody else if you're not for yourself? It's the oldest adage I could tell you. None of us can be, you know. Yeah, J9. I know. I was thinking of that the last time. Like we used to get a ton of them, and I know that they add the algorithm. I was like, they used to be like unbelievable. That's okay. It's all good. It's all good, Nods. It's all good. I got it. It's all good. Yeah, most of my nurses do. They usually do. They close the door. They're very good that way. They'll ask me. I'll like, yeah, please do. You know. Oh, Dildel. Since the drama days, oh, you've been watching me a long time. Well, as you can see, I'm in a hospital. It's been a very interesting ride since October. I had several surgeries, and I'm recovering from all of them. And I still do the live stream thing, and not too bad. And Thursday Lane, yeah, I was just gonna say in the farting Thursday Lane. Thursday Lane, my God. I think some of these people are still around. They just changed themselves into other names. Because some of you guys change your names too. Your avatar names and things of that nature. And I think you're still around. Oh, I love you too, Dana. It's so weird to see people that come out from the olden days. Like, you're still here. Haven't I put you through enough grief? It's all good though. Oh gosh. I try. I try. It's not even a matter of trying to be awesome. Just, it's not an easy community to be in. But I navigate a lot better here than I have in others, that's for sure. Hey, Jojo D, thank you. It is what it is, Blue Dal, whatever it was meant to be, it was meant to be. Also, y'all, I found it. I just wanna play a little bit of this because this is what irritated the shit out of me. Hang on. I have my tablet, so it's not my fancy setup, but this is the turtle glitter nonsense I was talking about. Hang on. Turn around. Turn around. Here we go. Wow, okay.
Yeah, Monty, there you go. There's a full story for you. Do it on the Hearst psycho fucking bitch ass. We'll do a documentary about you, bitch. Bring it on. You don't think I won't after your ass is in jail? Bring it on, bitch. I'm pretty sure, Cookie, that what she's doing could get her a lot of time in the clink, right?
The clink!
What she's done to me and to Jay could get her into a lot of
So we're going to leave off the fact. We're just going to casually leave off the fact that you've been lying about straight up bullshit for the past 6 months. We're going to leave that out of the equation. Right, Val? We're going to rewrite the narrative. That's what a narcissist would do.
Girl.
Technically.
Girl. we're
Wow,
not
dude, I
even
can't
gonna
believe you
go
even went
there.
with the.
We're not even gonna go there with this annoys me. The clink, I know. I know, I can't. Come on with the narcissist bullshit. Come on. What are we doing here? Stop it. Stop it with the armchair diagnosis, please. And he who is without sin cast the first stone. I can't. I can't. I just can't. All right, we're all very aware of what this is. The only difference is that we don't have to dart on the fact that we're going to sit there and being in situations that we are currently in ourselves, not talking me, that we have the nerve to comment on shit like that. Are you kidding me? Hawkins Heroes, right? I had surgery. Were you in that chat, Hippie? Like, I just don't. It's, to me, this is like this is like the ultimate way of hypocrisy. Turtle Glitter, you went live to tell people about what Monty did or didn't do, all the text messages, all the emails, all the packages that you sent. So you're dealing with a so-called not real situation either. Okay? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, hello, mystical. You're dealing with a situation you weren't exactly really involved in. You didn't have a real relationship. It was another girl of dread, type situation. And here you are making claims about, girl, you've been lying for 6 months. Do we need to go back in our time capsules, Turtle Glitter, with how fucking long you've been talking to Nanti and still are? Come on. Come on, takes one to know one. I'm sorry, I said it. Takes one to know one. It's a little disturbing to listen to that. I'm sorry. That really kind of annoyed me. You know? It's why it's one over the other. I'm sorry. Where? Where, MCM? No offense. Where is she higher functioning? The girl is on Twitter, and I have her blocked for this reason. She goes on these tyrannical rants on Twitter and then apologizes. Or she comes in and she says the most craziest shit and apologizes. Or then she comes in under other names or identities, not trying to make, this annoys the shit out of me. Because if y'all are in the same mental hospital, you wouldn't be relating to each other like this. You'd be like, oh yeah, what are you here for? What are you here for? Oh yeah, I went through this, that, and the other thing. You'd be a little bit more amicable to each other. Why the fuck do we gotta go through this? This is not necessary. Wait, what? I'm sorry, Hannah, I missed that. Completely off the subject, is that a Kiefer Sutherland? Yes, darling. Yes, it is. It's actually, I got this at a con when Kiefer was there, because it came with the Funko top that I purchased. So yeah, it was like a whole set. Another thing I miss out on doing is the cons. Yeah, exactly. Presenting. No. That annoys me more than anything else in this whole thing, to be honest with y'all. We expect this kind of channel bullshit from Monty, but this, no, come on. It is I know, and I'm wearing it, that it is a collector's item, yeah. That's the one caveat from this, is I also had, because I couldn't do the one that I usually do. I couldn't do the con that I usually do in August, and I got a card in the mail from all the volunteers and the staff that sent me a card. The con before that I couldn't do, the staff sent me a card signing it, including Joey Fatone, and yeah, it's hard, It's all good. It's all good. Oh, Sandy, girl, I had to block her. And I'm not trying to like call her out, like making fun of her mental either, because I know, it's a lot of mental anguish. But at the same time, don't do that. Don't do that. That's not necessary. Okay, she's a sick person. I don't know what's going to entail her to stop this. I think she needs, her. I don't know if family even is effective at this point. But this shit is dangerous. Okay, this trolling, all of this like involvement, it's not going to make her a better mother. That's for sure. Um, and then yeah, she doesn't connect. It's delusions. There's a lot of things that are not there for her. You know what I'm saying? No, 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 no. Up until recently, NCM. No, 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 and no. Nope. Still going on. I have it blocked. Yeah, still going on. Yeah. No one is real, Gaining Gerd. No one. I can tell you that. I'm real. I am. Yes, I am. When you see me in there, that is me. There's a couple of people that are. I'm not familiar with all of these people that know her. There seems to be ones that are legit. I don't know. That you can rest assured a good portion are trolls. Well, she did, but it's kind of I don't know. And the other thing is that she got to 1K, right? And ever since she got to this milestone, she thinks that she's untouchable now, that she's this star. You know what I'm saying? It is. If you see me in there Gaining Gerd, that is me. I don't stay in there very long, and I try to be a little bit, I try to like go along with it, and then I try to be sensible that I don't stay in there very long. That it is me. Yeah. I know some people are like, Choly, you can't, don't go in there. You can't help her. I'm like, I'll be okay. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? But this shit annoys me. It really does. I'm gonna switch, you guys, because my phone just is dying. I'm gonna switch over to the tablet so I could continue, because this part is gonna die on me. But yeah, there we go. Current live stream. Go away. Oh, look, there I am. Hi. 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 Why are you sorry, Layla? You didn't do anything. Why are you sorry, Layla? You didn't do anything. Why are you sorry, Layla? You didn't do anything. Why are you sorry, Layla? Okay, I'm getting an echo. Let's get out of this. Okay, I'm getting an echo. Let's get out of this. Let's get out of that. That's an echoing Choly. That's not a good thing. You think that she's the troll, Tanya? That's an interesting point of view. I don't think she has the fortitude to be trolling like that. I don't. I really don't. And it's not looking good on her. She looks so ill. And it's not looking good on her. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't look well at all. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to end it over here, and then I'm just going to jump onto my, what do you call it? I am in stereo. I'm going to jump on my tablet because this is going to die. So I'll see you guys in a minute.